Welcome to The Explainer. So, is your company kind of drowning in AI options? Today, we're going to cut through all that chaos with a really powerful framework that'll help you navigate the super complex world of enterprise AI. If you're the one shaping your company's AI strategy, you'll definitely want to stick around for this.
For leaders everywhere, this has become the million-dollar question, right? Do you build everything from scratch, buy something off the shelf, or do you partner up? It's a huge strategic fork in the road, and believe me, the wrong turn can be incredibly costly.
And here's really the root of the whole problem. There has just been an explosion of options. I mean, new LLMs, new SaaS products, new consulting firms, they're popping up literally every day. And what does that lead to? Total decision paralysis, which can grind all your progress to a halt.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the enterprise AI dilemma. Let's really define what this core challenge looks like.
It's this incredibly high-stakes balancing act. On one hand, you've got this critical need for strict governance and compliance. But on the other, there's this relentless pressure to innovate and deliver at top speed. It's basically a constant tug of war between control and creativity. So, the big question is, how do we solve this? Well, let's introduce a 4-tier AI framework that's designed to bring some serious order to all that chaos. And listen, this right here, this is the absolute game changer. You've got to stop asking, which tools should I use, and start asking, what kind of problem am I actually trying to solve? This simple shift in perspective, it's the key to unlocking real clarity. So what this framework does is it organizes pretty much every potential AI project you can think of into 4 distinct tiers. They range all the way from groundbreaking research down to simple, everyday workflow automation. So let's break them down. Okay, first up, we've got Tier 1, Core Research. And really, this is for your company's crown jewels, right? We're talking about the problems that require genuinely new science to solve them. Think about developing a totally new proprietary algorithm for drug discovery, or a novel financial model that gives you a massive competitive edge. This is all about creating your core defensible IP.
And just so you know, the price of entry for Tier 1, it is steep. I mean, the source material points out that just a single internal expert for this kind of work can cost you over $500,000 a year. So yeah, this is not a casual investment.
All right, next up is Tier 2, Hard Problems. Now, this is where you're going to find the majority of high-value enterprise AI projects. These are complex challenges that need custom data and absolutely top-notch security. You're not inventing new science here. You're applying established patterns like retrieval-augmented generation, or RAG, which, by the way, is just a fancy way of saying you're letting an AI model securely tap into your company's own private knowledge base.
And this is a super critical point for Tier 2. If you just try to cobble together a bunch of off-the-shelf tools, you're basically building a Jenga tower that's about to fall over. It's fragile. A composable platform, on the other hand, gives you this solid, stable foundation that lets you build flexible, robust solutions without getting locked into a single vendor. Moving on to Tier 3, Simple Workflows. And honestly, this is all about solving that classic death by 1,000 paper cuts problem. We're talking about the countless small, non-critical tasks that just drain your team's time and energy, day in and day out. So what's the solution here? Well, the key is to empower your business teams, the people who actually feel the pain, to solve these problems themselves using simple conversational AI builders. This is how you avoid what's being called AI backlog paralysis, where good ideas just die on the vine waiting for an engineering team that's already totally swamped. And finally, Tier 4. This is all about making your existing tools smarter. No one's telling you to rip out your massive SAP or Salesforce systems. Absolutely not. Instead, you're going to use AI agents to orchestrate workflows around them. Imagine an AI that can automatically pull a report from Salesforce and summarize it for a meeting, all without anyone lifting a finger. That's the idea. Okay, so we've got the 4 tiers down. Now let's talk about the who. How do you go about choosing your partners in all of this?
Look, the right strategy here isn't about picking just one winner. It's really about creating a smart, blended approach. You need to combine the massive scale of big tech, the specialized expertise you get from boutique platforms, and of course, the deep institutional knowledge of your own in-house team.
So, when do you call in the big guns? Well, big tech is your go-to for all that foundational infrastructure. They're the ones who provide the raw horsepower, the computing, the storage, all the basic AI building blocks that everything else gets built on top of.
Now for a really, really important question.
What should you actually build in-house? The answer, according to this framework, is surprisingly little. Look, the thinking here is crystal clear. You should only build something in-house if it falls into one of these three buckets. 1, it's truly novel IP that gives you a real competitive advantage. 2, it's a critical internal data system you absolutely cannot live without. Or 3, it's a function with massive compliance risks, like patient data, that you need to control directly. If it's not on that list, simple, don't build it. All right, so let's bring all these pieces together. Here is your strategic AI blueprint, all laid out. So here it is. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. For that Tier 1 new science stuff, you pair your in-house team with a specialist partner. For the Tier 2 hard problems, a composable platform is the way to go. For those Tier 3 simple workflows, you empower your teams with rapid composition platforms. And finally, for Tier 4, your existing tools, you use AI orchestration and agents to make them smarter. This is it. This is your strategic map. So you see, this framework, it's more than just a map. It's really a whole new lens for reviewing every single AI opportunity in your organization. So the final question isn't just, where's the treasure? The real question is, which one of these tiers holds the biggest, most valuable, untapped opportunity for your business? And maybe more importantly, what happens if your competitors find it first?